Hey, ladies and gents, welcome back. This is going to be part 4 to What If Naruto was Madara's grandson. So, for the next part of this What If to come out, I'm going to need 200 likes on this part, and let's jump in right where we left off. So where I left off, Naruto had defeated Gaara at the end of the Chunin exams and given him his famous Talk no Jutsu. So now, Gaara has been Talk no Jutsu'd, and Orochimaru is attacking the village. So with Orochimaru attacking the village, that goes the same. He just gets his arms sealed. So this is where they're trying to do their search for Tsunade mission, because that's kind of where that would be next on the little list of things that are happening. So they end up going to search for Tsunade. So Naruto and Jiraiya are beginning their search. And I'm just going to skip all the parts until they find her, because Naruto already knows the Rasengan, so we wouldn't really learn that. And they don't really have time to go to Mount Miyaboku yet, so we can't really learn Sage Mode. So I'm just kind of going to skip all that until they find Tsunade. So when they do end up finding Tsunade, she already had made that little deal with Orochimaru. And so she drugs Jiraiya, and this is where Jiraiya wakes up in the morning, and he and Naruto both run to where Tsunade was supposed to be meeting with Orochimaru. So when they do arrive there, they see Tsunade almost dead on the ground after fighting Kabuto. So Jiraiya goes off to fight Orochimaru, and Naruto starts to fight Kabuto. But unlike in the original, Naruto doesn't lose badly. Naruto pretty easily takes him out, because Naruto not only does have that strong resolve and heart that he did in the original, but he's just a lot stronger. He has mastery over the Rasengan a lot earlier, and he has the Flying Raijin and a Sharingan. Not the Mangekyo just yet, but he has a 3-Tomo Sharingan. So they end up killing, or not killing, but almost killing Kabuto, and Orochimaru and Kabuto end up leaving because Jiraiya couldn't bring it to himself to kill him before, and why would he do that now? So Sasuke doesn't actually end up leaving because, again, his parents weren't killed. So Sasuke doesn't leave the village because his clan wasn't massacred. So he stays in the village over the 3-year gap, and I'm going to briefly cover the 3-year gap. Because Naruto still does do his little training thing, and he learns exactly what he did in the original, plus a few things. So what he actually ends up learning is he goes to Mount Miyaboku and perfects Sage Mode. And what he also does is he's able to control the Nine-Tails chakra up until he gets to he can activate it and deactivate it up until he gets past the Four Tails. He can go in Four Tails and out of Four Tails with consequences, obviously, but he can enter that mode. So now they found out that Gaara has been captured by the Akatsuki, and they go to save him. Obviously, Naruto goes, and the same team, except they add Sasuke to the team pretty much. So they end up finding they end up seeing Kankuro is bedridden because of the poison that Sasori gave him. So Sakura fixes up her little beverage, and boom bang shazam, Kankuro's fine, and they're all leaving to go find where Gaara is. So when they are beginning their search for Gaara, they encounter the team encounters the 33% clone of Itachi. And it's a lot easier to get rid of it than it was in the original. Naruto kind of just closes his eyes for about 3 to 5 seconds and opens them, and he's in Sage Mode again. So then he looks over at Itachi, and pretty much very swiftly, Naruto takes down Itachi's 33% clone because he can. It's pretty easy for Naruto. So when they do end up finding Gaara, the tailed beast hasn't completely been extracted from him yet. So he's still alive, and they pretty much cancel off what they were doing, and the two, Sasori and Deidara, begin to actually fight Naruto, Sakura, Kakashi, and Choji. I'm trying to remember names. So they end up beginning their fight, and it goes exactly the same with the Sakura and Chio fight. And with the Naruto, Deidara, and Kakashi fight, Kakashi is pretty much knows that Naruto is really good at close range, long range, and mid range with his fighting styles, just because of how, obviously, for close range, he can do, Sage mode, which makes him, like, really freaking strong. And he's pretty good at Taijutsu, and he has the Sharingan, and so he has Genjutsu, and all of that kind of different things. So he knows that it doesn't really matter how they go into this fight, they're probably still going to win no matter what happens. So while Naruto's running, he's obviously gathering up natural energy. And when he reopens his eyes, again, like 3 to 5 seconds later, he's in Sage mode. And his speed, like, easily quadruples, quintuples, as he is now very quickly gaining on Deidara. Deidara, realizing that Naruto's quickly gaining on him, picks up the pace a little bit and goes at top speed. But he's still not actually gaining ground on Naruto. Naruto is still swiftly closing the distance between him and Deidara. Naruto now jumps up and touches Deidara. Deidara, thinking, oh, whatever, he just was trying to hit me, but he just scraped by and didn't manage to hit me, continues flying. Now flying higher up in the air, to just thinking that, oh yeah, they can't jump up this high, I'll be fine. And this is where Naruto just kind of appears next to him and says, sup, as he punches him, slamming him straight through his clay bird and into the ground below. Knocking Deidara out, Naruto then is falling back down to the ground, and he lands. And that's kind of just the end of that. They save Gaara. Deidara and Sasori are both... Well, not Deidara's not dead, he's just unconscious, and they bring him back to the village for questioning purposes, I'm going to say, is what they do with him. So, they end up doing all that. So, now, it's the Tenkaichi Bridge mission, I think is how you pronounce it. So, Kakashi ends up going because he's fine. So, Kakashi, Naruto, Sakura go. Sakura and Sasuke go. And the reason for doing this isn't to, recapture Sasuke. It's actually just to, figure out where Orochimaru's lairs are and try to kill him if possible. So they end up going to the Tenkaichi Bridge, and they're Kakashi is disguised as Sasori. Obviously, they know that obviously they still think it's Sasori, but they end up breaking the thing. Everybody recognizes that this is Kakashi because it's not Yamato anymore, so they recognize Kakashi, and they're like, wait a minute. So this is where Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke all jump out onto the bridge. Orochimaru, once again seeing his two prized possessions in front of him, is like, ooh, they're both probably strong enough now where I could take their bodies. So when he tries to do this, it just simply doesn't work. He can't get the jutsu off in time because every time he tries to do something, they kind of just counteract it and almost kill him. So he's trying to think of, or Orochimaru is trying to think of a strategy so he can get his body switching jutsu off, and he's thinking to himself how he could do this. And this is where he uses the reanimation jutsu. Now strengthened to the point where they had it in the Fourth Great Shinobi World War, it's a bit more difficult for them. Because obviously, fighting, he doesn't summon the Hokage yet, because he doesn't think that is necessary to do at this point. So what he ends up summoning is the third Raikage. Now, you guys may seem like, wait a minute, that guy is really strong, they're not going to be able to even touch him. Yes, that is the case. But again, Naruto is pretty much just as strong as he was at this time, minus his KCM obviously, but he did defeat the third Raikage in Sage mode. So Naruto goes into Sage mode and pretty much does the same thing, where he gets the third Raikage to pretty much kill himself after Naruto realizes that he can't, damage him. So they end up sealing the third Raikage. Now Naruto turns his attention to not Kabuto, because he doesn't really care about Kabuto, Orochimaru. Still in Sage mode, Naruto charges at Orochimaru, and he has a very obvious edge in the battle, and he pretty much defeats Orochimaru until he turns around behind him and sees that a clone from behind Sasuke of Orochimaru's has just stabbed him through the chest. Naruto, seeing his kind of brother and best friend just seemingly killed in front of his eyes, awakens the Mangekyo Sharingan. And when Orochimaru tries to use a jutsu on Naruto, he's probably about within like 10 feet of Naruto at this point. The jutsu seemingly just vanishes, it disappears. Naruto, Orochimaru, everybody around is confused at what just happened. But this just continues repeatedly. Anytime somebody gets within about a 10-foot radius of where Naruto is, their jutsus just vanish. They disappear. Naruto not even having control over what's happening right now. Naruto, over the battle with Orochimaru, gets a slight grasp of what his jutsu does. He realizes that what his Mangekyo Sharingan's ability is to nullify jutsu. So he quickly kills Orochimaru, because Orochimaru isn't really anything without his jutsu, at least when he's fighting a perfect sage Naruto with the Sharingan. So Orochimaru is seemingly killed. Then they turn to Kabuto. Sorry. So then they turn to Kabuto and knock him out to take him back to the village, just for fairly obvious reasons, I feel. But not before Kabuto does the same thing, where he absorbs some of Orochimaru's little... I don't know if it's Orochimaru's cells or DNA or what he does, but he does that. So he is on his little perfection thingy-mabobber that he does. So he had already done that, because I don't think he could have done that, like, oh, you just have to, like, eat it or something like that. I don't think that's how that works, so he did it before. So they all head back to the village, and this is where... This is where in the normal part, Naruto learns how to use wind-style chakra. So I'm going to say that still happens, because Naruto hasn't really been trying to learn wind-style yet. He just kind of he's been trying to learn, like, different kinds of, like, taijutsu and fire style and all things like that, because he could use those kinds of jutsu, and wind-style never really crossed his mind. So when Kakashi recommends that he might have one more chakra nature, Naruto tests it and finds out that he has wind style. And now, I'm just going to skip over most of the part. By the time that the part where Kakashi actually left, Naruto had already mastered the Rasen Shuriken to the point where he could throw it. So when they end up going back to fight Hidan and Kakuzu, Asuma doesn't actually die, because Naruto's there to kill both of them, and he kills both of them relatively easily. So they're both alive, and this is where Jiraiya walks up to Minato and tells him he has some information about the whereabouts of where the Akatsuki are. So Minato, not really wanting to take too much of a risk, tells him to take Naruto with him. So with Naruto in tow, Jiraiya goes, and he's about to face off in the Rain Village against the seemingly leader of the Akatsuki. And unlike in the original where Jiraiya dies, Naruto and... oh my gosh, I can't talk. Naruto and Jiraiya manage to take down the leader of the Akatsuki. At least they take down what they think is the leader of the Akatsuki. They don't take down, like, actual Nagato. They just take down the Six Paths and think they won and leave. So, the village is thinking, oh yeah, we're at peace right now, aren't really expecting an invasion. And this is where Pain's assault happens, like it does in the original, except Naruto's there from the start. This happens because Nagato wanted his revenge, so he himself is actually one of the ones that shows up, along with his men, or along with his Six Paths. So he, along with his Six Paths and Paper Bomb Lady, I don't remember her name, attack the village. And they're attacking the village, and the fight goes similarly up until, like, they take down all the Six Paths of Pain just like they did in the original. Except now it's Minato, Naruto, and Jiraiya, all in Sage mode, fighting Nagato alone. Nagato, severely weakened at this point after controlling the Paths of Pain. He hasn't used his, like, giant Chibaku Tensei that destroyed the entire village yet, or a Shumabashopa. I don't remember. the black orb one that like flies into the sky. He hasn't used that, so he isn't as weakened as he was in the original. Like he still has some chakra left. So, but again, he is fighting 3 sages. So he ends up using the planetary, or I'm gonna say the one that goes in the air is Chibaku Tensei, the black orb. He uses Chibaku Tensei, and Minato gets the same idea that Itachi did, and he uses like, if we focus enough of our, like if we all use our strongest attacks and throw it at it, we should be able to destroy it. So they do so, and they all throw, with Minato just pretty much using Rasengan because that's kind of his strongest jutsu. Naruto using a massive Rasen Shuriken, and Jiraiya using a massive Rasengan, they do manage to destroy the Chibaku Tensei. So now, out of nowhere, Itachi gets back from his mission. And he gets back and sees what's going on to the village. And he completely rages out and runs at Nagato. Because again, he never joined the Akatsuki in this one, so he didn't join the Akatsuki. So why would he really care about Nagato in any way? So he uses the Totsuka blade after activating his Yaromir and kills Nagato. So that kind of just happens normally. Now it's the 5 Kage Summit arc. Or did I really just say the Pain's Assault? The Pain's Assault does not happen normally. The village isn't destroyed, and yeah, that is pretty much all. Nothing is the same in that. So now the 5 Kage Summit is happening, with no Sasuke to interrupt. It's just Obito who shows up, and he's like, "Yep, declaring war. Lol, have fun." So that's kind of just what he does. So that's where I'm gonna end part 4 to What If Naruto Was Madara's Grandson. See you guys in the next part. Oh yeah, and by the way, I did make a gaming channel. I'll leave a link to that in the description of this video. I haven't, uploaded any videos to that yet, so you don't really have to check it out, but feel free to subscribe to that channel. I'll probably upload a video on that tomorrow, and I'll see you guys in the next part of whatever What If I end up making. So, peace out. See you later.